Hey YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have me, the Rhino, and we are looking at a beer that was sent to me by the one and only Steve from BC. So thank you very much, Steve, for this beer that you have so kindly graced me with. It is from Fuggles Warlock Craftworks. This is the Beam Me Up Espresso Milk Stout, which I must say sounds amazing. Keeping beer weird. Water, malt, hops, yeast, coffee, and lactose. So beam me up. Beam me up. 5.7% alcohol by volume. Beer Geek's breakfast, well, this may be exactly that. This is the perfect marriage of espresso coffee and a delicate stout with a smooth, creamy sweetness from the lactose, featuring organic Meta Espresso coffee from Salt Spring Coffee in Richmond, BC, in collaboration with Salt Spring Coffee. Alrighty, let's pop her open and give her a shot, shall we? Shall we? That's a lot of head. That is a lot of head. That is more head than I've probably gotten in a month. Probably more. Probably. Can't guarantee it, but most likely. You hear the snoring? That's why I don't get head. All she does is sleep. She does is sleep. I come home, I dangle my penis in her face, and she's like, oh, get the fuck away from me. Lots of snap, crackle, pop. Lots of it. Look at the bubbles on that. Look at those. That's an amazing looking beer, even if it was all head. And what is down here is the complete opposite of me. It is full on black. Smell. Okay, I'm going to put this out there. I may not like this beer. And I may not like this beer because it is very, very, very coffee apparent. And it's not that that's a problem, just that I am not the biggest coffee fan. So when a beer has this much coffee on the nose, I get a little worried. I do get a little worried. And it is pure on, like, black coffee. I wouldn't say espresso. It doesn't smell like the espresso I make at work. But, I mean, there's lactose in here, too, so it wouldn't smell just like that. But, I mean, it has kind of that, bitter, black, roasted coffee smell at the same time as that full-on high-end coffee that comes up with that slightly sour note. Pour a little more in here. Don't think it's gonna matter. There is so much head that I don't think there's anything I can do. Okay, we're getting closer to the beer. That head has its own gravity. It's above the friggin' rim of the glass. Yeah, all I smell is coffee and a slight sweetness, which would be from the lactose. I just can't. Lactose has a smell that is very recognizable, but over this coffee, I can't tell you that I actually smell it. Well, I could tell you I smell it, but that would be lying to you. I smell a sweetness that I assume is the lactose, but I can't tell really if it is the lactose or not. And if you're wondering what I'm wearing, I'm wearing one of my old wrestling singlets. I wore this to work tonight as my costume. Yeah, I went to work in a singlet. And my knee pads and my headgear, and I went as a wrestler. let's try the beer. Cheers. I'm going to do this. Okay. When you drink it out of the glass, so the carbonation isn't kind of trapped in there, it has fairly sharp fairly soft carbonation. But when you drink it out of the bottle, oh, that carbonation is sharp. That hurt a little bit. It really did. Hurt the tip of my tongue a little bit. Okay. Now, we'll drink it this way. Yeah. A lot sharper carbonation here, but the carbonation actually is kind of sharp on here as well. Would explain the head a little bit. Taste. Lactose sweetness cutting a bitter black coffee. That's it. That's really it. It's kind of a one-trick pony, but it's not a bad trick. It's not doing a bad trick at all. It's not a great milk stout. It's not a great coffee stout. But the two of them mixed together, it actually makes it extremely drinkable and extremely enjoyable. Again, neither side of this beer is actually all that excellent. But combined, they're kind of excellent. I'm not getting molasses. I'm not really getting a lot of roast. There is a little bit of roast in there, but not much. I'm not getting really any caramel. Excuse me. I'm getting coffee, a little bit of roast, and a little bit of lactose on the back end, and a sharp carbonation, which I don't usually expect from this. Is the beer creamy? The carbonation is too sharp to call it creamy, but I think it's close to creamy. I keep bringing up the carbonation being sharp, and it's because I don't really have anything else to say about the beer. I taste coffee, I taste lactose, I get carbonation. It's a good beer mixed together. I think if you just gave me this as a coffee stout, I wouldn't like it. If you took the coffee out and made this a milk stout, this would probably be one of the weaker milk stouts I've had. It would probably only beat out really maybe the Tom Green beer. If you gave it to me as a coffee stout on its own, it would probably be in the lower 10% of just the coffee stouts I've had. And it's not because it's a bad coffee taste. This is actually a super high-end coffee is what I'm tasting. It's just that there's nothing else other than that. But you take it and you put the two together, and this is actually an above average beer because it's just so nice. It has yeah, just coffee and lactose, and coffee and chocolate milk sweetness. That's all there is to this. I like it. I like it. I don't like the thought of either on their own. I don't like the thought of this just being it's being advertised really. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't like the taste. I don't like what either of them would taste like on their own. But mixed together, I really do enjoy it. And neither taste is outstanding, and neither taste is exemplary in that they don't take over your taste buds. But this is a espresso milk stout that you could share with somebody that drinks, say, Coors Light, and he could enjoy while you really enjoy it yourself. I will give this an 8 out of 10. I really enjoy this beer. Yeah. So from Fuggles and Warlock, I've had one I've loved, one I really enjoy, and one I don't give a shit about. Thank you, Steve, for sending it to me. Thank you, Fuggles and Warlock, for making it. And bye-bye.